goal. And here we are, 199 Premier League goals later.
Incredible achievement. Congratulations to Harry. Very proud of him. You know, he's for a boy who wasn't a podium player, you know, by any means. You wouldn't stick him up there as a gold medalist to say he's a certainty. You know, like a Lionel Messi, when you first clap your eyes on him, you think, wow, it's someone who's worked at his trade, got better and better. Thank goodness that Mauricio Pochettino took over for me. He'd already rehearsed Harry. He already showed he could do it. But a lot of other managers wouldn't be brave enough to keep him in there. But he was. He kept him in there. He developed along the way. He got stronger and stronger, got better players in and around him. And he's gone on from strength to strength. But, you know, from that first moment when he earned the right to play, I remember telling him on the Friday morning, you're going to play tomorrow. He looked at me as if to say, about time. You know, I know he wasn't fazed. And he took the opportunity with both hands. And look, to break that, Jimmy Greaves is an all-time legend at Tottenham. But there's no bigger legend in that football club than someone who's one of their own, which is Harry Kane.
And just give us an insight, because you worked day in, day out with him before that debut as well, before you were the manager, of the hard work, the hours, the repetition that this guy has put into his game.
Well, I think that's what the kids out there who are watching have to realise. He's not born. He's born with physical attributes. He's not born to be a goal scorer. You know, and you have to work very hard, and you have to listen. You have to want to learn all the time and learn off your teammates. Christian Eriksen was a massive influence on his development. He used to watch how he developed and wanted to improve himself. And Harry realised that there was no time to waste on the training field. He never wasted one day of his career, and he still doesn't on the training field. He realises every day is very important to the trade for moments like that. You know, where he can deliver. It's become second nature to him now. When he's fit, Sean mentioned he has injuries. He's had to bounce back from the injuries. But what he does, he works very hard to get himself fit, and he studies the opposition, and he works with his teammates, and he realises where he can get better. And look what he's achieved. It's incredible.
It is. And Christian Eriksen actually assisted his very first Premier League goal. And as we touched earlier on, he's not a Michael Owen or a Wayne Rooney who burst into his hometown club at 17 and stayed there ever since. He had 4 loan spells away from Tottenham, and they didn't all go his own way. He really has done it in a different way, hasn't he? A different route.
Yeah, he's definitely done it in a different route. But I think all those loan spells that he did go to, it might not have been loads of goals that he scored, but he's come away from every loan with something different, whether it be strength, whether it be protecting the ball, whether it be finding little pockets so he's away from bigger people that might be able to move him off the ball. But as he's come back, all those things that he's learned, on top of what he's learning from the players he's played with, the managers he's played under, he's kind of put that all together. And for me, I never saw Kane until, the last 3 years as a sort of Teddy Sheringham sort of player who will drop in those pockets and pick out those passes. But these are all things that he's picked up. And now, I wouldn't say he's the final product, because I still think he's got a lot more to give. But I would say he's kind of moulded everything he's learned, and you're seeing it. Last year, he was dropping too deep. Everyone was saying he's got to stay higher. This year, he's higher, and they're still getting the same goal return from him. So for me, you can see he's just always improving, and you can see he always takes on board what the managers and the coaches tell him.
You can't always, when you're at a club like Tottenham, you can't always come out of the youth team straight to the first team squad. He had managers at the time who weren't prepared to give him the opportunity because their head is on the block. You know, they have to win football matches. They didn't trust him. But he went out on loan, so it was the best thing for him after 18's football to go out and play some competitive football. So he went to Orient, he went to Millwall, went to Leicester, went to Norwich. Not one of them managers thought he'd be a player. In adversity, he has become a Premier League player. No one backed him. You have to get backed as a kid to make it. Someone has to put trust in them and the faith to say you're good enough and give them the opportunity. I always say it. How do you know anyone can sing until you put them on the stage? He was put on the stage and he can sing.
Harry Kane has had many monumental days in his career so far, but this is certainly one he will never, ever forget. The day he got his 267th goal in a Tottenham shirt to become the club's all-time record goalscorer and take over from the late, great Jimmy Greaves, whose son Danny has a message for Harry Kane now inside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Congratulations on beating Dad's record. It's a wonderful achievement. Absolutely outstanding, and delighted that you've done it. I spoke to Dad a few times about his record, and Dad always said it was an honour to play for this wonderful football club. an honour to be part of it all them years ago, and to have the record for so long. It was very, very dear to Dad's heart. But if anyone was going to beat it, Dad is absolutely delighted that it's you. As I say, spoke to him a couple of times regarding your ability, the way you play the game, the way you conduct yourself, and Dad is absolutely in awe and in honour, and if anyone was going to beat it, he's absolutely delighted that it's you.
You're the all-time record goal scorer for Tottenham Hotspur. You've broken this record. You mean the world to all of us, and more importantly, you're one of our own.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to all the fans here, and obviously all the fans back home who have supported me through my whole career. And thank you to my wife, Kate, my kids, my family, my friends, and my teammates here, you know, my past teammates, the coaches, everyone who's helped me get to this moment in my career. I'm really grateful. So, yeah, we've still got a lot to play for this year. Let's keep the support going and see where it takes us. Thank you.
More goals to come. Congratulations, Harry Kane. Thank you, Harry. Many, many congrats. What an evening. We've had worse Sunday nights. Safe journey home, everybody, and up the Spurs. Have a look at this.
Yeah, terrific scenes inside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and a lovely message from Jimmy Greaves' son Danny there for Harry Kane, who quite rightly is soaking up every single second of this incredible moment. And I just wonder, Tim, as someone who worked in development and academy football, to see a player do that who's been at the club so long, does that make it even more extra special for those Tottenham fans and the staff like yourself who've worked with him?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, from one academy player to the other, for the record, wasn't it? Jimmy Greaves was in the academy. You know, it's not unusual. You know, some of the greatest players who ever played for any football club are the kids who come through, because he seemed to care a little bit more. You know, if you cut him in half, it would be white, which pours out of him. You know, he loves this football club. Yes, he was quite open, the fact that he wanted to leave, he wanted to go to Man City to better himself. He wants to win. We talked about at the top of the show, Alan Shearer's got one thing over him. He's chasing him down for that record, but Alan Shearer's won the Premier League. Now, Harry wants to win. You know, individual accolades will come, but he wants to win. He's a team man. He wants to win as a team. Listen, Tottenham ain't far away. I really believe that. He's got to make a big decision now, but individually, he's a top player and one of the best players Tottenham Hotspur have ever seen, and he's one of our own.
And where on earth would Tottenham be over these years without Harry Kane, Sean?
Definitely not 1 point off Champions League position right now, to be honest. I think there was a spell where Son was on fire and carried them a little bit, but other than that season, if it wasn't for Kane, they would be massively struggling. I think a lot of what he's done, he's put them on the map globally, because kids all around the world want to know about what's happening with Harry Kane. They want to watch him. They want to see him score a goal. They want to see him celebrate. So I think he's done massively for them.
And for him to take that in as well with that message from Danny Greaves, it's a lovely gesture from the club, isn't it?
Absolutely, and there must have been a message sent out that when he breaks it, if he breaks it, please God that it's at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as it was, and a fantastic result on the back of it. You know, to beat the champions, they've all stayed behind. They've sent a message out to stay behind. You know, get behind this guy. You're playing on someone's heartstrings there. I mean, it must be very difficult for him. You know, we know he's coming towards the end of his contract there at Tottenham. It's a difficult one to leave when you've got so much love being poured on you from the terraces. And individually, he's not doing bad, is he? I can see it both sides. I can see him staying there for the rest of his career and breaking Alan Shearer's record. And I can see him wanting to leave, like he did to Man City. It never materialised, but he's got his head down. As a true pro that he is, realised the chance had gone, didn't throw his toys out the pram, went straight back onto that pitch and give everything for the club as he's always done. But you would have to hold your hands up and accept, if he doesn't feel that he can win anything at Tottenham, then you have to let him move on. He's left nothing behind at that football club. Whenever he steps onto that pitch, Steve, he gives everything to the shirt. And I think the guys from the terraces realise what that man is doing on the pitch.
And what he did today, with not his cleanest strike, will score again, the record goal, and indeed, as he said, the winning goal at home against the reigning champions.
Yeah, which was key. I think they overplay here, and then Lewis, who tries to thicken up the midfield, he's playing left back, he's trying to receive that one there, get muscled off it. by Højbjerg does brilliantly. But Harry Kane's movement then, just a little peel away to open up the pass for him. But this is overplaying, and he smells it. He smells it, Højbjerg. He jumps on that little movement there, little spin off. Always got his eye on the ball. And once he gets that into his path, he just invites that one and he just scuffs it past Ederson. Not all of his 200 Premier League goals, by the way, have been clean strikes. But it doesn't matter. They always end up working the goalkeeper or in the net behind the goalkeeper. Brilliant. What a feeling that must be for him.
It's great. I'm obviously gutted about the result, but for him on a personal level, ex-professional myself, to see somebody achieve what he's achieved within the Premier League and coming through the academy, which I've done, is outstanding. And he's setting boundaries and breaking records. But for me, the most important thing is he's giving those younger kids from the academy hope and belief that there is a pathway if you put the hard work in on the training field to be able to achieve what he's achieved in his career so far.
That's a really good point, actually, that Sean's made.
Absolutely, brilliant point. But also, he's got to wake up and shake up the people who spend the money at the football club. We're all for the best players in the world coming to the Premier League. We all want that because it makes our league better. But the mediocre players who are coming to the Premier League and blocking up the pathway for our kids are not good enough. Them kids should be given the opportunity. Why should the 50, the 70, the £100 million player get more opportunities than the kid? Because they let you down as well. It's time to wake up for them academies and realise, let's not block up the pathways. Let's nurture our young talent and give them the same opportunities you're giving the multi-million pound players who are coming into your football club. Because when they get in the team, they care more than the guys who are coming in.
I think we're actually seeing more of that this season. I mean, I was at Manchester United yesterday again, 18-year-old Garnacho is coming on, Palestri. Chelsea, we've seen Lewis Hall in recent weeks.
We're not seeing it there, though.
Liverpool by Cetic.
Yeah,
just at Tottenham you're talking about?
Well, no, I'm not talking about just at Tottenham, but there is they need a wake-up call. That is their player. That's their main man. Who else is there?
It's at Tottenham.
There isn't one. There isn't one. Tanganga plays there, Oliver Skip. They keep getting rid of good talent when they need an opportunity to play, like that man had. And
you've obviously benefited from that. You know exactly what Tim's talking about.
And his boy plays.
Yeah, you have to create. There's so much unbelievable talent within England, and all that happens is because they're not given a chance at the top flight. They filter down and they get into divisions where they get lost, not because of their ability, maybe just because of the way the leagues play football. So you're missing out good talents because it's long football. I think they just need that pathway, and people like Kane have set massive examples. You've got Phil Foden doing really well. He's come through the academy. Like, if that needs to keep happening. Like, you mentioned Lewis Hall, but I think now Chelsea signed, got 33 players, so what's going to happen to him? He most probably isn't going to play for, another year or two, when right now he should be playing regularly because he done so well when he come in.
That's a discussion for another day. It is Harry Kane's day. Spurs have beaten the reigning champions. Their manager, of course, watching from home. Stowe steadying the ship brilliantly today. Antonio Conte's assistant, Christian Stellini.
Well done, Christian. What does it mean to you to oversee a victory over the champions?
Yeah, it was a tough week, and we have to do a great compliment to all the players, all the staff. It was a tough week because we've lost Antonio this week. We hope we will have Antonio next week. Antonio will be back very happy because all the staff, everyone, made a great job.
Is he been on the phone yet?
Yeah, now we spoke.
What did he say?
He said compliment to all the team and especially to Harry for the record, and everyone is happy, and he gave a day off to all the team, and he's fine, and Antonio was really emotional.
What do you think was the key in the victory today? What did you have to do? What did you get right, do you think, that brought about the victory?
The key was the capacity to suffer when City has the ball. We know very well that when we play against this team, we have to suffer because they are a good team with the ball. But we had the capacity to suffer a lot and to move well in the defensive situation, and we defend the goal in a brilliant way, and so this is the key.
Was it a big half-time team talk for you because of what happened at the Etihad a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, we knew very well that in that game we lost our key, our capacity to suffer. We lost last time, and we spoke about this situation, and we spoke about to be angry, to be to live and to gain to reach this target. We need to suffer more. We need to fight on every duels, every tackle, and for a long, because when you score and you are winning against City as they can play with a great pace, and you have to be strong, you have to be well organized in the defensive situation, and we cover very well the space.
A very, very special moment today for Harry Kane as he became Tottenham Hotspur's all-time leading goal scorer in major competitions. Can you give us an idea, an appreciation that you, as part of the coaching staff and the rest of the squad, have for him, his ability and his personality?
Harry Kane, in his DNA, he has football. He understands football in every moment. He can play in every position. He's a top scorer, but he's a GOAT in this league. He's a GOAT in this sport. He's a player that live, and you can smell football when Harry Kane speak, when Harry Kane touch the ball, when Harry Kane work. He's a great example.
It's been a fabulous day all round for Tottenham Hotspur. Let's finish there with you personally. How much did you enjoy it, the whole thing?
I enjoy a lot because today our responsibility, my responsibility and the staff responsibility was very high, and it's not easy without your gaffer to organize all the week, but we did very well. A lot of compliments to all the staff.
Fantastic, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything, Christian.
Antonio. Hello. How you doing, boss? You okay?
Yeah. Good. You make me proud, eh?
Oh, thank you. No.
Christian Stellini has spoken to Antonio Conte. This is Harry Kane in the dressing room on the phone to his manager from home.
Yeah.
Clearly getting the congratulations on his record.
Speak with the team, and thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No, of course. Thank you, boss. And boss, we see you Wednesday.
2 days off. 2 days off.
Two.
We're not sure where they got the 2 days off he was after his record there, Tim. I doubt it with Antonio Conte.
I used to play golf with Harry regular, not since Antonio's been in the club. I mean, he has them in there every single day. They work hard, they work hard, and hopefully they get some rewards from it.
Yeah. And that was a nice touch as well, wasn't it? That the manager, even though he's recovering from surgery, wanted to speak to Harry Kane to pass those congratulations on.
Yeah, that's it. It seems like the connection that he has with the manager, and it's always nice to see that side of things, because us as on the outside, we don't see that. We just see Conte a bit wild on the side, the players not doing exactly what he wants, but to see that togetherness is fantastic for the club.
I think I've been unfair to Conte in the last month or so, because I always felt like he lost the spark. But obviously the man's not been well. So, we have to take that into consideration. Hopefully he comes back full of beans and starts nasty like he was before. We used to see him there jumping around, barking at, the opposition manager and officials. I want to see that Antonio back, and now he's back to some health. Hopefully they can go on. The FA Cup's wide open for them at the moment. They're really healthy position in the Premier League. And when you've got Harry Kane in your team, anything can happen.
And you can relate to what Christian Stellini was saying there, that football is his DNA.
Absolutely. Football's Harry's life. You'll never ever read anything about Harry Kane on the front pages. It's all about what he achieves on the back pages.
Well, he might even be on the front pages because he is Tottenham's all-time record goal scorer, and we're delighted to welcome him now from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Well, from all of us, Harry, very well done. I mean, how special a day is that for you?
No, thank you. Yeah, it's a really special moment for me. to do it here at home in front of our fans and to win the game was just a perfect night. So I'm trying to take it all in for sure, but yeah, just a really surreal moment.
Tim's been reliving the moment when he told you you were playing against Sunderland 199 goals ago. I mean, when you scored that first one, it must have just been a dream, this total we're talking about today.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Tim gave me my first start in the league, and the Monday night game against Sunderland, and to score that was just the start. And you know, I knew there was a lot of hard work and dedication that was going to have to be done between now and where I am now. And I'm just really grateful to Tim and all the coaches and you know, friends and family who have helped me over the years. And to be here now, I wasn't even thinking about it. So it's just something I'm really grateful for.
Harry, congratulations, pal. I'm proud of you. You know, I love it every time I see you score. It makes me emotional, to be honest, pal. And to break a record like Jimmy Greaves, another academy graduate, you know, you need to start inspiring the academy players at that football club now. They need to look at you. They need to realise they need an opportunity. And when they get an opportunity, to work as hard as you have.
No, thanks, Tim. You know, it's been a special journey, and obviously you was there for a big part of it in the early stages, and you saw the hard work and dedication behind the scenes. And you know, I try and set an example to all young boys and girls trying to be footballers, and just to keep your head down. You know, keep working hard. There's going to be ups and downs along the road, but just keep your mind straight, and you can achieve what I've achieved. So I'm talking like I'm 35. I'm still only 29, so I've got plenty of years left, and hopefully I can keep working hard and improving and trying to get better and see how many goals we can get to.
And for those young kids, Harry, in all seriousness, how much of it is the mentality? Because Tim's been talking us through your loan spells when it didn't always go according to plan, and perhaps some of the managers didn't think you were going to be where you are now, standing 200 goals later.
Yeah, I think there was difficult moments for sure, and I think hard work, self-belief was really important, because there was times where coaches or other people didn't believe in me, and I had to really focus on what was important. You know, I was lucky I had good friends and family and people around me to keep my head straight, and I'm grateful to them for that. But ultimately it was just getting on the training field, working hard, practicing. You know, I didn't want to have no regrets and leave anything to chance. I wanted to be ready for any opportunity that came my way, and Tim was there to give me one, and I was able to take it.
Harry, that goal today, when did you know that you'd scored? I mean, as soon as Højbjerg nicks it, you peel off. You never take your eye off the ball, and you give him a pathway. It's an easy pass for him to hit. But when did your eyes actually light up? As soon as that pass went into Lewis?
Yeah, I think as soon as Pierre, I saw him take that touch inside, and I found a bit of space there just to drift off, and it was a bit of a scruffy finish, but as my body's moving that way and the keeper's moving that way, I knew if I could just get good enough contact back across goal, it'd be hard for the keeper to stop. And you can see there on the screen his momentum just taking him one way, and just so many emotions. Like I say, there's been a lot of talk about it over the last few weeks, so I just wanted to get it done, and once we went 1-0 up there, I just wanted to hold on to the victory, because I knew it'd be a special night if we did.
And Harry, finally, how did you hold it all together when you saw that message from Danny Greaves at the end there?
Yeah, no, it was special to see that. I'd met Jimmy before, I'd met the family before, and they keep in touch. I'm sure that they'll be proud watching me break the record. So big thanks to them for sending that message, and I'm sure we'll catch up soon. And just a big thank you to everyone here tonight, and the fans back home as well.
What a day. Harry, very well done, and thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Well done, pal.
Cheers guys, thank you.